accept. Because man is the purpose of the world. Man can take those concepts and bring them down to this world and express them in the physical in every single way that they can't do it. Questions, comments, thoughts? Questions, comments, I'm debating in my head because I had one more thing I promised I would do. Not sure if Kabbalistic brains are frying. Part two. Yeah. Any thoughts, questions, or ideas? Anything we said? Again, I'm going to sum up the one point again. What we've come out with tonight to understand is what is Kabbalah. We understand what Kabbalah is it's all one system. What Madonna has wrong is that they've separated the Kabbalistic level from the rest of the world. They think it's a separate religion. And that's not true. What it is that when you do an act of kindness, that has ramifications spiritually, emotionally, and on the deepest levels. So when I'm reading the book of Genesis, and my 5-year-old are reading it, we're reading the same book on 2 different levels. And 8-year-old Kabbalists are reading on a different level. And it's all the same thing. I'll tell you the truth, when I went to Israel, I remember when I first went there after college, everyone's talking about the Torah. We're learning Torah. And I was like, I didn't really understand. I said, what is so amazing about Torah? Maybe it's a fantastic book. It's a great book. Everyone's going crazy. We're learning Torah. What's so amazing? And I realized Torah is not a book. It is not a book. Here's what Torah is. Torah is the infinite put into the finite. What is it? It's God's thoughts. God says, here are my thoughts. You want to learn on this level? You want to learn on this level. My thoughts are, if your car rear-ends his car, you got to pay him this amount of money. That's true. And you want to know my deeper thoughts? It's all God's thoughts. And that's what you don't understand. It's like imagine you had a friend who was an artist. Okay? And the artist takes a picture, and they paint the picture and say, here's the picture. And I want to tell you something. I have put everything that I am into this painting. I want to give it to you as a present. You take it, you look at it, and you say, not so good. What kind of friend are you? You're a terrible friend. God is giving us Himself, so to speak, in the Torah. He's taking His thoughts, so to speak, and putting it into the Torah. You can have it at the highest level, or on any level you want. That's what it means. The Kabbalah level is the higher level of understanding how He functions and creates the cosmic worlds and where the world's going to. And on the most fundamental level is, if your car rear-ends mine, how you have to act. They're all God's thoughts, one and the same. Any question right there?
So when you're looking at parts, where does Kabbalah fall out in parts?
Samach. Right? Pei, Reish, Dalet, Samach. Samach. Sod, secret. It's the last one. It's the highest level.
So does it work in a, you have to attain each level and then move on to
That's
the
a
next level?
fantastic question. The answer is simply yes. And I know somebody told me, someone was very upset I was teaching Kabbalah. It's a mistake. It's a mistake. I'll tell you why. That is. Simply put, yes. That's why the sages put a fence around learning Kabbalah. They said you have to be 40 years old and this and that. Why they do that? Because they had a lot of bad experiences. We had people who didn't build the building, and they started trying to build the penthouse, and the whole thing crashed. So what happens is, though, there's another concept, and that's why people have the sages put certain fences around it. Technically, you should learn the building before you get into building your roof. That's true. However, there's another idea. It says in the Zohar, it says that in the end of time, in this period of time, these concepts will come out to the world. And they're going to be accessible to us. And they're going to wake us up from our sleep. That's what happens. So the reason why it's okay to do this is because we're not yet learning inside the Zohar and all of its intricacies. But we're getting the concepts that we're pulling out because they wake us up from where we're at right now, and it's going to be revealed during this time. So you should build your samech, but then you should keep your eyes. If you don't start building your other, if you build your roof, you don't start building your fundamentals, then at a certain point it will crash.
I guess I asked is, it was always treated as forbidden fruit when I was growing up. Like, it's only reserved for a select few to know. So I just wanted to see, if it's supposed to we are one holographic image, you should have a taste of it, I guess, to keep it, your eye on the goal.
Right.
Not just think of it as, okay, maybe one day I'll get to that point. Right now, I'm not at that level. That's why I was asking.
Exactly right.
I always thought of it as, it's forbidden fruit. Maybe you'll get to learn it in your lifetime, but the odds of that happening are not really high.
And that's exactly right. Your idea used to be you learned the whole Torah and then you learned this, and that's the ideal. We're not there. The generation, we're not there right now. And it says in the Zohar itself, it says in the end of time, these ideas will come. I have a friend who wrote a book on Kabbalah and quantum physics. And what happened was he was learning quantum physics, and all of a sudden he said, oh my gosh, I understand these Kabbalistic things now that I don't know how you can understand otherwise. And the point was that as the world is moving towards certain understandings of the world, these concepts are coming out. I'll tell you an amazing thing also on that point. There's a verse in the book of Genesis. It says, by Noah, it says, Bishnat Shana L'chai Noach, in the 600th year to Noah's life. Okay? It says on the 600th year to his life, it says that the windows of the heavens opened, and the Tehom and the depths came out. Okay? So it says in the Zohar like this. It says the 600th year. You know what that is? It's talking about the 600th year to the millennium 5000. Okay? 5,000. This says in the Zohar, 10,000 years ago. 5,600 years. How many years ago is that? We're now in the year 5,770. So when does that come out?
170.
170 years ago. Okay? What year is that? What year is that? It's the
1839.
Yeah, 1839. 1840. So the Hasidic masters say, you know what happens? What happened was the Kabbalist wisdom was supposed to come into the world in the 1840s. And when we didn't merit it, it turned into the Industrial Revolution. Amazing idea. Amazing idea. What does it mean? It means that we didn't merit it, and the wisdom started coming into the world. It's true the Kabbalist wisdom started coming into the world also. From 1840 on, these concepts, it says in the Zohar, from the year 1840 on, will start coming into the world. The Hasidic movement came into being. They started revealing things that were not revealed before. If you look at texts prior to 1840, the Kabbalists say, and those who understand will understand. Thank you very much. That's what it says. I may be Yavin. If you understand, you understand. If you don't, sorry, Charlie. That's what they say. After 1840, these things started becoming revealed, and that's because the gates of heavens were open, and now we're in a different stage where we need to get a little bit of that to enliven us at this point to understand things. Okay. All right, great. Oh, so as an announcement, we would like to do this once a month. If people want to come. We printed out that we're going to do the next one here on January 6th. Wednesday, January 6th, and God willing, we'll do it the first Wednesday of the month. We'll have an event here with having some food and some different topics, and that could be a wonderful thing. So we printed out here for January 6th. There's that. There is a class that that we're also doing on Wednesdays. Not this next Wednesday because it's Thanksgiving. The one after that's called Mystery is Revealed, where I'm going through the book of Genesis, through the stories in a very, very deep way. And it's a lot of fun. And that's going to be 3 more parts of that series. You can see the flyer over there. And for young adults, we have Tuesday night at Borders Bookstore. We're having class. And this Sunday, for young adults, 20s and 30s, we're having Sunday Schmooze, which I'll talk about relationships. So, thank you everyone. Thanks for coming. I'll get it.
Please make sure you've signed in on an information card so we can be in touch with all of you and let you know when the next events are.